Alright, good evening everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to our event today. We are going to share with you what is nutrition management. Okay, everybody know how to eat?
Yes.
Everybody know how to eat?
Of course.
Yes.
Of course, right? But not everybody know how to eat correctly, right?
Yes.
Anybody want to know what's the tummy flattening secret?
Yes.
Well, today you are very privileged because you have somebody come all the way from Singapore, a nutrition specialist, well-known youth preservation and tummy flattening consultant. Okay, let me introduce a little bit about his background first. Oliver is a management consultant and director of a behavioral consultancy that specializes in occupational competency management and career coaching in several universities.
Wow.
Okay, you sure you understand? But it's okay. He is also trained in science of nutrition and metabolism and specialized in the subject of tummy flattening. Tummy flattening, you understand? Flatten your tummy, okay? So, okay, I don't want to read this anymore. Personal relationship with him, I realized that he is a very professional, a very well-known full knowledge in nutrition. And then he is very professional and he lead by example to keep his tummy flat all the time. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to introduce, ladies and gentlemen, please use a round of applause to welcome
Hear me without the mic?
Yes.
Okay. Because the mic, I can use two hands. We are all Singaporeans are all trained in the military. We always shout across the parade square, so we're more or less used to it. Okay, how many of you are already on tier 19? Oh, before,
No.
Some of you are not yet, right? Okay, this class is actually in Singapore. We designed it for our customers who are on tier 19. But we have recently invited guests who want to know more. Okay, whether you take or don't take, at least you learn something today. That's very important, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so it's called nutrition and label reading. I just went Tesco to do some shopping just now. Okay, you guys are in trouble when Tesco has no good food. Went up, down, all the way. I was trying to find something good to show you, but it's very difficult to find. Okay, I'm trained in the, I'm going to repeat again, just now she was like more full. Trained in the science of nutrition and metabolism. I study how your body metabolizes your food and all this, how it works, how it produces energy. I'm a director of consultancy. I'm a bit psychotic. I also happen to be a medical consultant for baking ingredients. I go to factories and consult people on what ingredients to use for their bread. And in these four walls, anything come from factory, don't eat, okay? I saw what they put inside, don't touch. And I've been a speaker for health education in 56 schools, which are under the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education outside. I've been to SIM, Singapore Institute of Management. I do some social work at Bright Vision Hospital. I teach the caregivers how to prepare food for the sick. At Sakti University, this is University School of Medicine. I was flown there to teach some of the lecturers and the doctors how to flatten the tummy. It was very stressful. You know, those are nephrologists and cardiologists. But my sweat dried up after they come in. All of them got stomach one, so I feel more qualified, a little bit more. By the way, it's a different subject, and they were very humble about it. They were very humble. Okay, so they were very nice to me. That Ministry of Education, Epson, McDonald's. How do you go to McDonald's and when the MD asks you, Oliver, we have been accused of causing obesity worldwide. Is that true? And I'm supposed to get paid. How do you answer? Sure. So you don't get paid. Very simple. And this is part of your learning also. If you go to McDonald's, you see everybody eating in McDonald's. Is everybody seated there all fat? No, right? So it's not McDonald's. There's a round one sitting there and there's a skinny one sitting in McDonald's. It is what the skinny one eats every day. Then once in a while, McDonald's. The big one today, McDonald's, then nasi kandar, then after that prata, roti canai, and then every day continuously, they want to tai chi. It's what they do every day, right? So let's go on. This picture was taken in quite a while ago. See this? Roti canai. All Chinese, right? Chinese, our face quite flat one, you know. You put on weight, it goes this way, your face look like roti canai. The Indian different. Their face very sharp one. They put on weight only here. Down here still very sharp. You all cannot, so must do here 90, yeah? Okay. Here's something I want to. This is newspaper cuttings that I took from our national paper. Okay, I'll be referring quite a bit to Singapore because the data is from Singapore. But I'm pretty sure Malaysian data is not very far behind, or even in front. Better. Okay. Can you see this newspaper cutting? It says here, spike in heart attacks, but fewer dying. Despite, people are sick and they go to Singapore to see doctor, you know. They think medicine is very advanced, right? How come there's still an increase in heart attack? After so many years of advance in medication, but fewer die, they manage to save them. In short, you know what the doctors are fighting with? The doctors are fighting with the food company, and it's a losing battle. Down here, what the doctor is trying to give you medication, ask you to sleep, go and exercise, go and do it. You go outside down there, down here put medicine, down there, roti canai, kway teow, everything you put in. Sure lose one. How to fight? No fight. Okay? Which means it's a losing battle. The only way to battle your stomach is basically what you put in your mouth. And what do you not put in your mouth. These are very important. $1 million second member is here. You must have knowledge like a millionaire walk by to say that. This is Casey Kang. He owns the largest team in North Malaysia.
I want to thank Oliver for coming all the way here to the doctor's business. Yeah. Please give him a round.
Okay, let's go with this. I have only 1 hour, so I must faster leave. This is an advertisement in Singapore. Advertising Dr. Oatcare. Down here have or not?
No.
Dr. Oatcare. And there's put this guy down here. Do you know who this guy is?
Actor.
He's a very famous Singapore comedian. Everybody knows him, Chen Jianbing. But look what they dress him like. It's called miscommunication with the public. And you know what's inside here? Sugar. One lady just came, 100 kilos. She came, she spoke to me and I checked with her, she said, I eat some of the best breakfast. Every morning, one session of Dr. Oatcare. So I said, next week, take it up. He said, okay, take it up. Boom, 1 kilo gone. Because she's been drinking sugar every day. Okay, so these are called miscommunication. They have the correct nutrition, but they also add something else inside. You get what I mean? Let me show you this. This is a talk, a health talk by 2 doctors. They put the nutritionist at the bottom. Okay, and this talk is about fighting sugar. Fighting sugar, must eat less sugar, but it's sponsored by a sugar drink company. Everybody go in will get a packet of sugar drink, but they say don't drink. You see the way they communicate to the public. This is public paper, you know. So a lot of people are putting away because they receive information that's wrong. Next one. 1 Big Mac and a workout, please. And then they put a fat lady jumping here. And there has a minister, Miss Grace Fu, Minister of Culture and Community down here. They put a minister down there. Actually, the minister did not recommend the Big Mac. The minister just is down there to ask people to exercise. But when they put a big title here, 1 Big Mac and workout, please, what do you get in your head? Oh, I can eat all I want as long as I exercise. That mistake. Do you know how much jogging you need to do just to burn out a Big Mac? 2 hours. More than that. There's a small Big Mac. So there are a lot of miscommunication in the public. So today my job is to clarify it. Okay. Even when we coach customers, sometimes they are educated by Google. They will argue with us, you know. And we say, stop. Your stomach get a mic all over. They say, oh, okay, that's all. Okay. Because they have a lot of knowledge, and they'll argue, you must have this ingredient and that ingredient, right? Okay, now you look at this, these 2 fellas same age, you know. Same age, you know? Same age. Same age. Same age. In short, you can decide what kind of body you want. These are human beings, they're not animals. You can choose what kind of body you want. There is a choice. But he choose beer over healthy food. Then become like that. Okay, don't blame him. He choose. It's his choice. It's okay. So when a customer say, I would rather be fat, it's okay. Don't get upset. Don't judge the person. It's his choice. Okay, but the very moment the customer say, I want to be healthy, help the product. Okay, you cannot help somebody who do not want to be helped. I want yi, it's called hock xiao. You know hock xiao? Fu xiang, okay lah. Okay. If you want to look chiseled, then you help them. Okay, this is what we call, I can predict your life. I'm not predicting your life. B is for birth, D is for death. This is how I predict your life. I'm intelligent, right? Okay? That's all I can do. When you live up to a certain age, down here is called metabolic syndrome. The very day your body starts putting on weight, the day it starts to collect fat, you're already going through something called a metabolic syndrome. Something has gone wrong with your metabolic syndrome. That's why your body starts to put on weight. Okay? And you cross this yellow line to go into a metabolic disease category. Okay? Your BMI has gone to a certain level, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol. Those are metabolic disease already. That's when the doctors come in to issue drugs already. Okay? And then after that you fall sick. What is sick? Kidney fail, liver fail, heart attack, stroke, all these are sick. Okay? So, the very moment you are sick, please go and see the doctor. For the matter of fact, you should start consulting doctor here already when you get a metabolic disease. Go and see them, they issue a drug, take it. Okay? But if you want to go backwards, then I'm afraid you have to use food. You cannot use drug to go backward. You got to use food. Drugs keep you alive very well. The Western medicine is very efficient. Okay. But you want to become younger, no? Yes. Who wants to become younger? Okay. Who wants to go for class reunion? You look like the youngest one. But do hair like me. And then go and color your hair, right? You know how toxic the hair dye is, right? When you color it, right? Because dye there also must look young. If I can drop one drop on men's hair and the hair grow like that, I'll be a billionaire. Okay? So, this way is called nutrition. Your well-being, whether you sleep well, whether you rest well, whether you have enough stress or not, whether you eat well or not. All this will decide whether you go reverse. But I cannot make you into a little boy or a little girl, I cannot. I can make you look younger than your people of the same age. Okay? Now, what is the letter between B and D? C. C! It's called choices. You choose. Okay, you choose something else, you get something else. You choose this, you get this. It's a very simple analogy. Okay, between birth and death are choices you make along until you drop dead. My favorite form of dropping dead is at 90 years old, play tennis. And then girl walk by whistle. Go back karaoke, sit down, steamboat, eat everything, lie down, sleep, gone. That's the ideal death. And not drag and wait for 20 years. Okay, so we're not asking you, we're not saying that we can make you live longer, but the quality of life is totally different. Okay, so those who are on TR90, system, I don't know what the resolution is for that. Maybe it's my laptop. Those who are on TR90 system, okay, you will have a set of products that supports your entire program. This is actually the program, the top is the product, then there's a set of program that you need to follow. The product supports the program. Without the program is very difficult to follow. Without the product is hardly useful. So you got to put two together, right? So today we're going to consider there's nutrition plan and there's exercise here. Our exercise is a bit different, right? Nutrition plan here. And in nutrition plan there are three types. One is called quality, quantity, timing. If you manage quality of the product, of your food you put in, you manage the quantity, you manage the timing of what you put in, your body very slim one. You walk past the longkang or grill, you'll fall inside. That's how slim you become, okay? But today, because I'm given our concentrate on quality. Because quality is something people forget. They keep managing quantity. Manage quantity, no problem. Everybody knows what? Wrong. Also fat. The lesser you eat, the fatter you become. Okay, so you need to know quality. So we're going to focus on quality today, Ken? Okay. So briefly, I will probably talk about the details of this later in the next session, the 8:30 session. But right now, I'm going to give a brief. There are two strategies for completely flat tummy. One is called calorie in, calorie out. How much go in? How much must come out? Come out to where? Not through the hole behind. Wrong. I know some people eat the supplement. Wow, they pour. Below. That's power. Water, fiber, tomorrow you eat, it goes up again. Oh, today got Malay friends on there. Okay, I should stop speaking Hokkien. Okay. Then some people eat already, a lot of urine, some supplements outside there. So these are called dehydrating. Okay. This up here means it comes up through your muscle. Okay. What is a chemical name for fat? CHO. Chemical name for fat is CHO. Remember that? CHO. Okay. So when fat disappears, go to where? It becomes carbon dioxide and H2O. Okay, that's how it disappears. So when somebody say go and sweat it up, it's true. Okay, sweat coming out from the muscles. Okay, and you breathe carbon dioxide, that's where fat disappears into. Okay, you're wondering where it comes from. Okay. So that's food in, food out. Okay. Second concept is what most people don't understand. That's why no matter how they try and cut food, they keep getting fatter and fatter. It's called insulin management. If you sit down, you eat one big meal, your insulin shoot up. Okay? The blood pressure, the blood sugar shoot up, insulin coming crashing all the way to the bottom. And then you're meeting 2-3 hours, you didn't eat. By the time dinner is 8 o'clock, you eat one big meal, you shoot up again. Okay? At the tip here is called accumulating fat. At the bottom here, muscle shrink. Okay? And at the bottom here is when your stress hormones come out and accumulate fat at the bottom. So therefore, your work schedule can give you a belly. How many times have you heard people start work only they put on weight? You heard it before, right? Because they are sitting the whole day. And work, they pay you because they pay you for what? They pay you because you are taking certain amount of stress from the boss. Okay, so I cannot ask you to leave your job, right? So you gotta learn how to handle it, right? So these are the two things we need to manage the cycle. Okay. And to manage the blood sugar, you need to know what kind of food you put inside to prevent the blood from shooting into the sky and then crashing overnight. The very moment you crash, you cannot lose weight, you lose muscle. Okay. So, what is this? Okay, if you put 2 dots here, it looks like upside down, but it's not. This man has diabetes type 1. And every day he takes injection, he either inject on this side or inject on that side. And because there's insulin around the area, he accumulates fat around the area. So insulin do accumulate fat. And your body produces insulin based on your command. How you eat, the body will produce insulin. That's why people are still having a belly no matter what. Unless you're athletes every day, but you're not an athlete, so your belly will sneak up. And so we need to know how to produce insulin. Why are you all so serious? Scary, man. No, this is not a rare case, but very rare. Mostly there's just one piece of meat here only. Mostly, not like this one. I don't know, maybe this will go and press or what. It's a very famous picture, one of the rare cases. To demonstrate that insulin do accumulate fat around the surrounding. Okay, let's not supermarket shopping spree. And good food actually can taste really good. I mean, healthy food can really taste really good. This is called shopping spree, so I just went to Tesco to do some of this and show it to you. You know, when before you learn how to buy correct food, what do you think this is? Huh? This is what? Rice. Some say rice, some say wheat. Oh, you're smarter. Singapore, they say fish. This is called 糖的嘴切. Because by definition, they see scale. I say, fish got hair, man. Yeah, it's a wheat, it's a rice, it's a grain. Correct. Singaporean got it wrong, Malaysian got it right. Wait, not Malaysian. Penang. Must be very clear. Okay, so this God, the fella up there, designed a piece of wheat for you to eat with a layer of bran that contains fiber, vitamin B, zinc, iron, magnesium, potassium, all that. Okay? And then inside there, there's a part called germ, which is actually the fat. They put some fat in the carbohydrate. Vitamin, trace mineral, phytochemicals. Phytochemicals are antioxidants, they are not classified under the vitamin category, right? And then down here, there's something called endosperm. I don't know why they call it endosperm. This is where they store most of the energy in the form of carbohydrate. Okay? You go outside there, eat nasi lemak. Which part of the grain do they serve you? Endosperm. Have you tried eating nasi lemak? I say, Encik, nasi lemak, whole grain. You ask you to cook yourself, right? No such thing, okay? Because nobody, his shop will close, close one. Because nobody's eating that stuff. Nobody's eating this stuff because it tastes like grass. But the blood there says it is. Everything on the nutritional food for you is multiplied with fiber, everything. Even multiply on the shelf, you cannot get fiber and carbohydrate. There's no such thing. But Mother Nature designed, you know, we are very smart. We are very intelligent. We go and strip this one because it doesn't taste good. Okay? After you strip this one, we have this red layer called nasi merah, red rice. And then we polish away one more layer, this yellow layer, we call it brown rice. Then after that it says, no, I think I must make my rice sell better. I polish and bleach, become white rice. Okay? And then this one, if I leave it there, the rice will turn rancid. Have you bought nasi merah before? Or whole grain rice? You know the packet is always vacuum packed. Vacuum packed because there's oil here. It will spoil. So for the rice to stay down there for a year, they need to remove this. So it has nothing but carbohydrate, processed carbohydrate. And you eat it, then you ask yourself, then why fall sick? Then don't know, like, take this internal, put oil, garlic, stir fry. Wow, put stir fry, it's sick. Eating natural food, like, how sick? You take up what Mother Nature gave you, you put in something that they say don't eat, and then you fall sick. You have no idea why. Yes, the chair is too heavy for a little girl. Every class have a little girl one. Even in Singapore, there no little boys. Sure have little girls because probably you can sit still for some reason. Oh, this one hand up. Let's test. Maybe Singapore boys. And guess what? The kids learn faster than the adults. Don't be surprised one day they go back and they tell you something, oh yeah. Okay, so let's talk. You go to the shopping center, you supermarket, you see this, you say, what is healthy, what is not healthy, everything must be healthy, right? Okay, so you need to learn to read the food labeling. Okay, the food labeling says this. The purpose of reading is because you want to know what's inside the packet. Number 2, you want to know whether there's hidden fat inside. Number 3, you want to compare products of 2 brands, right? Which one better? Okay, so instead of fighting, I just buy 2 of the same brand, so you all will compare brand. Okay, identify food with less salt, less sugar, and less fat. Okay, and of course, to select food that has higher fiber content. I don't know about here. Singapore, the cheapest cancer to treat is called colorectal cancer, because just about everybody is having it. It's cheap to treat because they got mass produced. Everything abundantly. So everybody is getting colorectal cancer because they're not consuming fiber. Okay, they're not consuming enough fiber, that's why they're all falling sick. Okay, so here comes the training. You ready? Yes. You're allowed to laugh on it. You're allowed to snigger, you're allowed to smile a bit. As I talk, you're going more serious.
Scary.
Can you stop now? Yours loudest. Remember here, when you turn behind, ingredient lists are listed in order of amount used, okay? From the most to the least, okay? So, this is the most ingredient, this is the least ingredient inside the packet. So, these 2 products, which one is the real orange juice?
First one.
First one, okay, good. Very obvious, this one gives chance. Testing only. So, it has a lot of water, followed by orange juice, citric acid. Citric acid is to make the thing sour. So you think they squeeze the whole orange inside and leave it acidic? Wait long, they will put things inside to make it more orangey. Okay? This one is water, they put sugar, natural. They cannot put flavoring, they have to put the word natural. It's flavoring. Okay? And then orange sac, you know, this people eat orange, they chew, put it out of the sac, right? Put it inside there. Okay. Except they don't use people to put it, they use the machine to put it out. They squeeze the orange juice machine, and then the sac, they sell it to this factory that produce fake orange. And then they put the sac in there, wow, the sac must be real. See what a big lie the food industry is. You have no idea what you're putting in your mouth. Some people say, how come your G3 one bottle so expensive? You see what they put inside, you see what's in the G3? It's all sugar water, you know. The more you drink, the worse it gets. You try the G3, it's not expensive because they got everything inside. Okay? Clear already, huh?
Yeah.
Most, huh? Okay. This now we start identifying. These are names of fat. Sometimes they don't put sugar. They give a lot of names. They don't just say yuwa or fat or lemak. They put all kinds of names. They have shortening lard, monoglycerol, triglycerol, ghee, butter, and then all this. And then you luan. You're like, okay, I just buy it. Because the name sounds expensive. Monoglycerol, you see. It's oil. This is how the food industry play with you. Because legally I have to label it. So I said, people won't buy. I put another name. But legally it's the correct thing. Okay, but you have to read up. Okay? They are all oil. Okay? Where are the oil? Find the oil. Where else? Wow, this is a very educated group. Huh? Hydrogenated vegetable oil. The very moment you see this word hydrogenated, you better run far. Another name for hydrogenated vegetable oil is called margarine. But they don't put margarine because hydrogenated vegetable oil has the word vegetable on it. And it's very long. People are not educated, they buy. But that thing will clog the arteries, okay? Faster than butter and lard. Okay. Names of sugar. Sucrose, glucose, lactose, gula, Melaka. How can you eat chendol without gula Melaka, right?
Yeah.
Must eat, but you don't eat every day. Right? High fructose corn syrup. But by the way, you see any food with the word fructose, don't touch. Fructose is the one that causes fatty liver, non-alcoholic fatty liver. If you have customers who come in, fatty liver, you ask two things. Drinking alcohol or too much sugar. Either these two only. The fructose converts to fatty liver almost instantly. Okay. Sucrose is your table sugar. Sucrose consists of one molecule of glucose and one molecule of fructose. Okay. Do you remember US dropped 2 atomic bombs in Japan? The boom! Flat, right? Japan took revenge. Japan invented high fructose corn syrup and gave the recipe to USA. USA had a lot of corn they produced. The high fructose corn syrup is half the price of sucrose. Everything in their food, they put high fructose corn syrup. Look at the size of the American now. That's the Japanese atomic bomb. Quietly flattened the whole place. Okay? They're all sugar. The number one thing you have, if I were you, I will go to your parents and say, stop taking sugar. And it is not from the Coke or from the drink that's the obvious one that's dangerous. It's the food that you eating, you don't know there's sugar inside. But there's sugar inside there. Okay? I'm going to show you a video of sugar. Watch this video.
The biggest killers in today's world are heart disease, cancer, type 2 diabetes. And sugar feeds these diseases like wildfire. I took one of my clients, Ryan, to meet my doctor to show us the effects of sugar on the human body.
He has lost
We
a
were
lot of weight.
shocked by
He
what
cut
he
sugar,
was
so he lost a lot of weight.
Hey doctor, how are you? Good, right. Let's see. Great to see you. Hi, Jorge. And tell me in terms of loss.
I've lost 47 pounds,
And how much sugar you've been consuming about?
15 grams of sugar or less per day.
So we first drew Ryan's blood in a healthy state, and then we looked at it under a very powerful microscope. This is what you want healthy blood to look like. All the cells are individualized. There's no clumping. You're developing energy. The red blood cells are bringing the oxygen. If they're clumped together, they can't bring the oxygen to your tissue beds.
Right.
So that's important.
That is about as healthy a picture of blood as I could ever see. Okay, so this is someone who's really cut down on their level of sugar intake.
All right, you guys ready to go eat? Come on. This is where the kitchen's at. So now it was time to eat. So we started to look at some options. And what Ryan ended up eating was just some simple stuff that most Americans would eat on any typical morning. Things you would find in your house and things that parents would be happy to give to their kids. Nothing too crazy, really.
Yogurt.
Just everyday food. Didn't really look like Ryan overloaded on sugar. But in that course of that small 10 minutes, he had almost 200 grams of sugar. Nice snack. Let's see what happens to the blood. I'm excited to see this, Ryan. What do you think? What's going through your mind? Well, how are you feeling? What do you think your blood's feeling?
Let's see. I don't know, I guess it feels a little tingly up here because it's, sugar at levels that I'm not used to doing anymore.
Ryan, after eating and ingesting 200 grams of sugar, within about 15 to 20 minutes, we take a second sample of your blood. And what we see is low, it's a French word meaning stack of coins, where you've lost the ability to have your energy manufactured in the body. You can no longer bring the energy to your cellular beds. You also have something called stipules. These are platelets which have mutated from their normal disc shape to needle-like projections, giving appearances of cracked glass. Heavy proteins in the blood, and it slows the liver down due to much fat that develops in the blood. So when we have this stacking of, and I told you, I kind of, don't you think I look like caterpillars? Look at caterpillars, and the sugar actually does convert in the liver to fat. Yes, so that's what's happening. So it's like gluing it together. Americans are ingesting these tremendous amounts of high fructose corn syrup, along with all of these synthetic chemicals like sucralose, which is Splenda, aspartame. These are toxic chemicals, and their cells are being held together by duct tape. They don't know it. They don't know it. And when this reveals a very powerful image of what happens to you, this is very powerful. You think about this, right? When you see this, I mean, what do you see when you look at yourself like a caterpillar?
Well, to look at it as before and now this, I'm just in shock. And before I started cutting out the sugar, I would imagine my blood looked like that constantly.
Okay. So what did you sugar? What is so serious again? 10 minutes of swallowing sugar. He ate all those things here. You see the banana, the yogurt, all those biscuit, everything he ate. He swallowed 200 grams of sugar. What is 200 grams of sugar? Have you gone to a kopitiam and then they give you sachets of little packets of sugar? That's 4 grams. So how many packets they eat? 50. You don't see banana like that, no? You don't see yogurt, wow, low fat. Wow. Okay? So a lot of these things are miseducated. And this is what's happening to you. That's why when you eat a high sugar diet or high lunch with high sugar, including processed rice and noodles and everything, after lunch you're typing that something. No oxygen, switch off. Energy is called a crash. Then your waist will get bigger and bigger. And when you're doing this all the time, every afternoon, you know in 1 year's time you'll be 2 times the size. Okay, it's a matter of time. Okay, so granola bar, where's the sugar? corner do you find granola bar? In the supermarket, what corner is it? They have a name for it. Any helpful corner, you take care of your own health, okay? This is what the industry does do to you. So when we say eat muesli, people go and buy muesli bar, granola bar, which is totally wrong. They're all loaded with sugar to bind it. Okay, and you keep eating it. Okay. There's a cheaper version, it's called banana, just as bad. Banana is only issued during a marathon. Do you marathon? I don't. Okay. So this is and partially hydrogenated fat. I don't want to circle the oil only. I circle the oil only, you got nothing to eat. Basically, after this lesson, you go out, you only have leaf and grass outside. Everything else I cannot eat already. Regret coming here. Okay. Salt. Sodium, chloride, monosodium, nitrate, blah blah blah. All these are salt. They cannot just use the word salt, they have to use some other name, right? Okay, what is this? Can I guess? If you guess the right thing, no prize.
Flavor oil.
Essential oil, huh?
Flavor.
Oh, you guys are very smart. Oh, you all heard my talk already. Strawberry flavor. You think they put strawberry in your milk and call it strawberry milk? They put this inside there. And there are 41 chemicals involved to make the flavor of strawberry. There are companies around Singapore, around the world producing flavor to give to, you know, you eat pandan cake, you think they put pandan inside? You think they grind the pandan, squeeze the pandan? They put this kind of things inside there. Coffee, 341 chemicals just to make coffee immortal. Coffee cake, coffee bread, coffee drink. Okay? So you are eating all this every day. How are you not supposed to get older and sicker? But it's permitted, it's permitted by the government now. You know, when I go to the factory there, I look at the ingredient, I look at the emulsifier, all this. I look at it, I ask them, are these all these are permitted food additives. I say, okay. But the government did not control how much the chef put inside. And what nobody knows what is permitted. Guess who eats? We eat it. Okay? So the healthcare industry is beyond the sick care industry, it's even bigger. We have to prevent ourselves from getting sick. Get away from there first. Once you get there, it's very legit. Okay? So now we have what we call a nutrition label. Okay? This one is international, it's not just Singapore. Everywhere also, I go to Tesco, confirm all my nutrition label by law. Nutrition label means there's a panel, a serving size, and a nutrient listing, and there's always a per serving, and there's always a per 100 gram. When I ask you to compare, you always in one, you use serving, it may be different sizes. Okay? And what you are looking for is high protein, high dietary fiber, and lower energy. High energy means higher calories. Okay? Lower fat, cholesterol, carbohydrates, sodium, and all this. You want to have a lesser of this and more of that to choose the product you want to, the processed food. Of course, the best is not to eat processed food. But you know, in this society, there's not much you can do. You know, you just have to do what's best. Right? This is what you're going to do. Now, instead of talking about it, I will ask for 2 volunteers to come in and we will demonstrate how to read the ingredient list and the nutrition table. Can I have 2 volunteers? Somebody who wants to learn. Come. Wow, immediately. Come on. Is that funny, man? Now, Roti, come. Stand over here, please. That's all the you have duster now. Or use tissue. Yeah, roti from Tesco. Safe bread. Okay. Your name is now called brain and wheat germ. Brain energy. Energy, yeah? You know energy?
Yes.
Okay. Energy means how many calories. So, but before we go into that, can you find me the nutrition list? Sorry, the ingredient list. Okay, where's your ingredient list? It's like that one, they make you search. Lucky these two young Singapore, all lao lang, you know, they come down here. That's why all the lao lang probably cannot see. Okay, you can see, oh, okay. What's the first ingredient on the list?
High bleached wheat flour.
High protein unbleached wheat flour. In short, white flour. Okay, next, what's the next ingredient?
Filtered water.
Water, the water, filtered water.
Granulated sugar.
Sugar, the sugar, granulated sugar.
Wheat protein.
Wheat protein. Gluten. The one that they make of mock meat one. The chewy thing. Wheat protein they put inside.
Wheat bread.
Wheat bread. What's the bread? The husk the person throw out, you put back in. You know the outside half the bread. What else?
Wheat germ.
Wheat germ, okay. With the oil, they put back in. So they can't do the whole thing, you know. They have to take white flour and then go and collect from this factory and put in. Yours? What's yours? Yours called wholemeal. It says down here, wholemeal, right? Okay, what's the first ingredient?
100% high protein whole wheat flour.
Okay, that's whole wheat flour. That's the whole grain. You know, just now I showed you the whole grain. That's the whole thing ground inside there. What else?
Filtered water.
Filtered water. What else?
Wheat protein.
Then they put the gluten in.
Granulated sugar.
Sugar.
Yeast.
Yeast.
Fermented grain.
Fermented what?
Grain. Grain.
Grain.
Grain.
So now you know that this is called marketing. Brand and wheat germ, tua ji, but inside flour. White flour is not whole grain, you get what I mean? So you got to read the back. Okay? So you, okay, now turn to the nutrition table. Nutrition table. Okay, you got it, yeah? At 100 grams, what's the energy per 100 gram?
247.
247.
249.
249. What's the carbohydrate?
44.1 gram.
44.1 gram, this one.
43.2.
Okay. Protein?
10.2 gram.
10.2.
12.2.
Oh, 12.2. Fiber? See, young people cannot see. Can you imagine? 3 grams.
7.1.
7.1. So if you just look at this nutrition label plus the ingredient list, confirm which one will you eat? Don't bluff, you go back, you buy something else. The children won't eat it, right? Okay. Actually, Singapore has one even better, but down here I couldn't find. Maybe other places. Very heavy. The heavier the load, the better. And then the surface are very rough one. You know, you cut already, and the surface is all very rough. Okay, don't go away, but you return me your bread. Now I get you some healthy biscuit. Ready? Okay, you are now called digestive. You are called?
Veggie cracker.
Wow, veggie cracker. BC veggie cracker. Okay, ready? Okay. What is the first? Look at the ingredient list first.
Wheat flour.
That's what the food industry want you to do. Cannot find. Okay. Wait. Digestive is known for healthy biscuit, right? Yes. First ingredient?
Wheat flour.
White flour. Second?
Vegetable oil.
Oil. Palm oil.
Wholemeal wheat flour.
Oh, then they put the whole wheat flour then.
Sugar.
Sugar.
Partially inverted sugar syrup.
Sugar lah.
Raising agent.
Rising agent, chemical ready. Okay.
Acidity regulator.
Okay. chemical. Okay, enough. You read some more, they will never eat it already. What's your ingredient list? First ingredient?
Wheat flour,
White flour,
vegetable fat,
oil,
starch,
carbo,
glucose syrup,
glucose syrup,
sugar,
sugar,
salt,
salt,
lactose,
butter,
butter, dehydrated vegetable.
Finally, the vegetable come out already. Right at the end. Okay? Okay, wait. Just reading the ingredient list, you know that you should not be eating biscuits already. That's why your coach said no biscuit. You go and argue with the coach. Eat lah. Okay, wait, one more. Nutrition table. Oh, it's smaller and smaller. Okay. Energy. 478. Vegetable.
Again, what is it?
Energy. Calorie per 100 grams.
Oh, okay. 480.
Carbohydrate.
62.8 grams.
Carbohydrate.
67.
Carbohydrate. Protein.
7.1 grams.
Protein.
11.
Fiber.
Wait, I think you got.
There. Covered by a piece of paper. What's yours? What's your fiber? 3. Okay.
3.6.
You still want to eat biscuit? No. When more biscuit going, you can do all the exercise you want. It's not going to help you. I know when I was young, I was hungry. My akong will come. So tapia. Black coffee, sugar, dip, gautim, right?
Yes.
Your akong walk how long, you walk how long. You sit down and type the whole day, you want to eat the same thing. It doesn't work anymore. Okay? Give them a big round of applause. So, this is designed to support your coach, to tell people, when your coach says don't touch biscuit, please don't touch biscuit. Okay? I just found Jacob biscuit. There's a food triangle behind. And it says every day you must eat 4 to 8 servings of carbohydrate a day.
Wow.
This food triangle has caused obesity epidemic in the US, Singapore, Malaysia and all this. Now Singapore has changed to the food plate. Has Malaysia changed?
Yes.
Also changed the food plate only 2 years ago. New Skin Enterprise has been using the food plate for 15 years. We are already very in front. And Jacob is still using the food triangle down here. Don't waste your time. You know what? Give this to your neighbor. 3 months later, harvest. Sure, we want. The real culprits for calories in order importance is number 1, consume over cakes and pastry, right? After Chinese New Year, you mic, cannot hear. Oh, cannot hear. Behind, keep quiet. Hello, can you hear?
Yes.
You hear better? Do I need to shout?
Don't need.
I am not willing. He shouts on. Okay, overconsumption of cakes and pastry. Okay, pastry is found during festive period. Okay, and when you usually finish eating all the cakes and pastry after Chinese New Year,
No.
then you bring to the office, right?
Table.
Table, and then your meeting, eat, everything, right? I think she will give it to your neighbor because you care about your neighbor. Okay, 3 months later, because you care about your neighbor again, invite them for TR90. This is disastrous, but it's number 5 because it happens on festive period. Overconsumption of olive food. The Chinese population is because of zi char. You know zi char? Okay. The Malay population is because of fast food. The Indian population, another one, because there was statistics done on the various races in Singapore. Where they consume most of the fat. Okay. My wife is my canary. You know canary for testing for oil. If let's say there's a new zi char store, we go and eat, I'll bring her along. She'll come back instantly lao sai. That place cannot eat already. Her body will
So not very oily, cannot eat already. No need fiber net. I have blender. Meat eater, we put an open and closed inverted comma because there's a lot of argument over it and people are still arguing over it. But here's the fact. Ladies are not, especially ladies generally, are not consuming enough protein. They think that meat make them fat. So they eat less. Then their muscle queue. You know the muscle queue? The muscle shrink. When the muscle shrink, they say bye-bye to you, the bottom also flat. It's called down here they're quite rude lah. Bye-bye in Taiwan they call it 蝴蝶袖. Come to Singapore, Malaysia, they say bye-bye arm. Very tall, you know. Okay. Overconsumption of sugar is number 2, and number 1 is actually carbs. Okay, carbs. But you know that you cannot totally take out carb?
Yeah.
You know when you totally take out carb, you lose a lot of weight, right? Mostly water weight. Okay, and you start eating, the whole thing fly back. So Chinese tend to eat a lot of carbs. That's why we have 3 things on the face. We put on weight only go onto the face. You take picture, oh your face very big. One more time. I say no, no use. Unless you want me to CG your face, like you're not still big now. Then you'll do this. Pattern one, the girls got pattern one. You take picture. Eat carb lah, eat. Then the this and that. Then some of them will do this. Take picture, seldom. You look like you're trying to just stop eating, lower your carb, you won't have that problem. Okay? Immediate things you can do. Manage your GI. Breakfast is the most important. Coaches, make sure you are very, very, very strict about their breakfast. You'll be okay. Then the rest of the day will be okay. Okay? And it's of course high GI. Eat your low GI breakfast, that's the main thing. Perfect breakfast consists of whole grain, vegetable. If your food contains some form of acetic acid, it lowers the blood sugar. Okay. Some people are wondering how come the Japanese eat so much sushi still not put on oil, because there's vinegar, it's acetic acid on the rice. And breads like sourdough, which I brought 2 today, has acetic acid inside, so the blood sugar is also lower. Okay, this one has no acetic acid. Okay. This one has flour. Okay. Acetic acid is also found in lemon. So some people practice lemon juice, lemon, and then mix with a lot of water, drink in the morning. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay. What to throw out of the pantry? 1. Okay. Put out your hand. 3. 1 coffee in your pantry. Where are you? See? Nobody wants to put out a hand. 1. How many of you want to be a millionaire? Very funny, huh? The rest of you, no need to be rich, but you go to the Toto queue very long one. I don't know why. Okay. 2. Instant noodle. Where are you? Hey, this one, how come so skinny? 3 in 1 have, instant noodle have. What else do you have?
3 in 1 beverage, no, I
Don't have,
don't
okay.
have.
Biscuits. They're the skinny one again. The rest don't dare to put up their hand. Snacks. Now snacks is okay, but if your snack is defined as carrot stick and cucumber stick, that's fine. The trouble is people define snacks as potato chip, candy, that's a snack. Right? Okay. What foods to eat less? Hey, every July I wait for durian from Pahang. Okay, I will whack durian. But if you have to eat durian, you're only allowed to eat Mao San one. Don't waste your calorie. The $2 one. And then you're Malaysia terrible. Go export to China. Now Singapore eat gold, you know. There was $141 a kilo. And they weigh the whole thing down. I stopped eating. But then recently it dropped to $18. Okay, then China buy again, go up again. Sell to Singapore, you sell to China for what? Okay, durian, all sugar. Avocado, can you see it work both ways? Allow me to put this fact to you. Fat is not your enemy. Sugar and carbo is your enemy. So a lot of people like to look for label that says low fat. You're making a bad mistake. Never drink skim milk. You want to drink full fat milk. You drink skim milk, you're asking for trouble. You put on weight. Because fat, the job of fat is to lower the blood sugar of the carbohydrate. And a cow naturally produces fat and sugar called lactose. And you remove the fat, you down the sugar. You get the diff? But don't go and glue. Use it to make pastry, bread, okay. Don't do it every day, asking for trouble. Okay. So if you know how to eat avocado as in adding into your salad, okay, putting a little bit here and there and eat it fine. The trouble is when people say avocado, the newspaper say avocado, good. One large avocado is 400 kilocalorie. Okay, fat has very high calorie, but it is used to lower the blood sugar. Okay, so you eat a little bit, it's very helpful. You know, avocado salad, but not avocado with cocoa. You that one, sorry man. That one is oil plus sugar.
How if the avocado with yogurt?
Don't eat yogurt really. Yogurt unless you make yourself. Commercial yogurt you buy from supermarket, all fail. So far all fail. Unless some organic shop have low sugar and low fat. Yogurt with low sugar and low fat, trust me, nobody will buy. If they take out the fat, they put sugar. They take out the sugar, they put the fat. Okay, there's no way they can sell yogurt with both of them missing. No way. Okay, and it's a lot of sugar, yogurt. You don't see like that, because the medical side say the probiotics is healthy, but they put something else inside there. You get what I mean? So you don't just read and gong gong, go and eat. Gong gong means bodo bodo, go and eat. Okay. Banana. I know, banana eat ready, torpedo, pour. Sometimes haven't reached pilot, come out already. Okay, but it's loaded with sugar. Okay, it's low sugar. Once in a while we'll do, And then we have watermelon. It doesn't make you fat, but it will make you hungry. It has very high glycemic index. And the number one trend is called fruit juice. No fruit juice during the entire 3 months of TRNT. Fruit juice is as bad as Coca-Cola, by the way. Fruit juice is not a health drink. It is a treat. Don't mix it together. Singapore newspaper announced across the board already. Fruit juice is not a health drink. Yes?
Oliver, you're meaning blend fruit juice or the store brand fruit juice?
Both. Do you know that? I assume you read the Quran, right? The Quran. Quran, right? Not him, yeah. Muhammad said, chew 40 times before you swallow, right? How do you chew fruit juice? You eat fruits, eat the hard ones and you chew. How come the children last time don't put away? Because when I said, Papa, I want sugar cane juice, my father will give me the whole damn sugar cane and I have to buy and chew. You don't put away, but the kids pour. Okay, so don't drink fruit juice. It's something that people will take the shoe and throw at me. What do you don't drink fruit juice? Fruit, you know. I say, you go and choose yourself. You drink, I'm not drinking. Okay? So this is durian, 147 calories, 92, you can't see, right? This one, I don't know how much it is, but it's getting higher. Avocado is highest. Total fat 8%, apple has 0 fat, 23%, this one has 1%. Dietary fiber 15, 10, 27, 22, vitamin C 33%, 8%, 17, and 381%. Guava is undersold because it's not produced in the West. The Western nutritionists don't talk about guava one, but it's a very good fruit. Okay, olive oil is healthier than lard. 100 grams of olive oil is 800 calories. Lard also 800. The only difference is the lard clogs your arteries. Olive oil does not. Chocolate, good choice of indulgence. 100 grams of dark chocolate contains 32% of saturated fat. So the only chocolate you can eat is called cocoa powder. No fat. If they put fat, they cannot make it into powder. The very moment you put a mouth, it melts nice. Got cocoa butter. Nuts are healthy for the heart. 100 grams of nuts, 600 calories. You see, these idiotic scientists will say nuts are good for the heart. But you read carefully, it says 5 nuts a day. You open one packet in front of TV, you count 5 nuts, man. Or you eat the whole thing.
The whole thing,
Read carefully. Don't say nuts are good. You whole thing inside there. One handful like that, 800 calories, okay? The nasi lemak outside is 500. You take one handful. Okay? Our world record is a Philippine nut called pili nuts, and they put on top of ice cream. Okay. Food classifier weight management. If you avoid this and you take this, tend to be better on your weight management in your TR90 program. There's carbohydrate vegetable. Avoid this. Take this. Who said cannot eat lotus root? When you eat lotus root, must have skill one, you know. One bowl of lotus root soup, okay, with lotus root and meat inside there. Eat the meat, eat the lotus soup. Don't take the rice, because the lotus root is carbohydrate. When your coach says 1 serving, that's 1 serving. A lot of Chinese make mistake, they add rice some more. Okay. Fruits, durian, sweet fruit, banana, guava, apple, rose apple, jambu aye. Or hard pear also can. Okay. Protein, beef, pork, mutton, keep it to a minimum because very high calories. Egg white, chicken breast and fish are lower in calories, higher in protein, so forth. Okay, bodybuilders will not touch that one if they are competing because they want to be very light. If you are light, you eat this. If you eat that one, you're very heavy. Okay, so if you are on TR90, if you want faster result of tummy flat quickly, I would say burn extra fat to R square. This has been implemented worldwide already, and it has increased the speed of tummy flattening. Okay. These are some examples. Cholesterol drop. This one pants drop. Cholesterol drop. Blood sugar drop. Blood sugar also drop. Okay. Blood pressure also drop. This one young man we can get 6-pack. Old man will be difficult. This one you see in Singapore one. This one is our latest sensation. Okay. Now a lot of men disturb her already. 44 years old. I say I'm responsible. We are head coach. This is head coach Alfred's customer. Step 1, we remove the water collection on my face. Step 3, brrr, come down. I told her we can solve your obesity issue. We cannot solve the guy's issue. You can handle yourself. Okay? We don't interfere. Okay, this one a month. By the time she moved from here to here, the son is only 9 months old. So it means they say enough, factory close. Any mothers there say factory close, enough. You want to find another factory? I want my stomach back. Like that. You bring down. Okay, so these are micronutrients. Anything you eat in your body is divided into carbo, protein, and fat. Nothing else. Okay, and vitamins. That's your fuel in your car, and that's the spark plug. What are you not eating enough? People are not eating enough this. That's why everything they put inside, they translate into fat in the body. And based on a nutritionist point of view, an estimate, this is how much one person is supposed to eat a day. Okay. This is the whole Kobe's China. I don't know what they call it. You're supposed to eat that amount a day, every person. You think anybody will make it? No chance. Go and pop a multivitamin and eat this at the same time. Or eat as much as possible. But you know when you work, there is no chance. After you go and touch and feel the weight of the, this is based on calculation of how much for the minimum RDA recommended. Okay. First things first, just do a proper breakfast. Breakfast, our coach, I recommend either take muesli or whole grain. Okay? Take fruits and vegetables and protein. You have to fit this into your breakfast, but you can break into 2 portions. Wake up first thing in the morning, you're rushing for work, right? Maybe the carbohydrate and the protein. Then after that, tea break in the morning, your fruits and vegetables which you can carry around one. And then lunchtime, then your blood sugar won't plunge, you will always stay around there. Then afternoon you eat something again, then after evening take a trim shake, and then you will, the whole day the blood sugar is very well managed, alright? And okay, let me show you this. When you eat bread like this, this is the most convenient thing. When you eat bread like this, your strategy is always to put a thin layer of butter, okay, or a thin layer of peanut butter. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. As long as you don't put anything that has sugar, like kaya, which is his favorite. Okay, the thin layer of fat will block the blood sugar from shooting up. So it's okay to eat the low fat one, you know. Okay, so the trouble here is people buy peanut butter, right? Do you know this is the wrong peanut butter to buy? What kind of peanut butter you buy?
Oil one.
There's a layer of oil floating on top one. That's the correct one. Pour away the oil, use the rest. Okay? And this one contains, this one I can read by your wise pen. Peanut, sugar, peanut oil, hydrogenated vegetable oil, and salt. Peanut butter, if you buy, when you read, you must say peanut and salt, that's it. Then there's a layer of oil floating on top. When there's no oil floating on top, that means there's margarine inside there. They use it as an emulsifier. Okay, so don't buy these kind of things for your children to eat. Okay? And don't buy these kind of things for your children to eat. Nutella, it says hazelnut, right? Hazelnut, like that only. This is sugar, this is palm oil, hydrogenated palm oil, skim milk, low-fat cocoa. Okay, that's what you're feeding your children, is candy. Okay, I have a recipe for you that I brought from Singapore, invented in Singapore, not Singapore. It's called a pistachio butter.
Wow.
You put pistachio together with butter, together with salt. No sugar. Okay? No vegetable fat. It's just butter which I bought from Tesco. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it here. Very quickly. The tablespoon of sugar is here. Salt. Okay. Now what? Very simple. You just put the pistachio, go and buy the one that they peel the husk already, you know. You peel by the time your nail come off, 不值得. Then take some sea salt, you sprinkle on top of it. That's about 1 teaspoon of it. Okay. And then you take butter, the whole thing. Remember what I said, a thin layer. I put the whole thing, but when you eat, it's thin layer, okay? And then you just plop the whole thing inside. Some of you have eaten my pistachio butter before, right? Yes. You've never seen how it was done, right? Yeah. Like that, lor. $150 grams of pistachio powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 whole stick of butter. I only use butter from Malaysia, you know. Because of Malaysia here, the butter 1 whole stick is 127 grams. Perfect for my recipe. Singapore butter is 250 grams. Too much butter. Okay, and I just mix it like that. Plus a little bit of my house soy is very nice. Okay. The front row should be able to smell it.
Yes.
You can smell it, because you're so near. Okay. Is it easy or not? Then I put in the small containers. Okay. Of course, in Singapore, when I do this class, I have a lot of other food demonstration down here. Cannot carry. I gotta cook at home, you know, and then bring over.
You invite you again, yeah?
I gotta cook. I can't cook unless I'm at home. I cook red rice, you know, a few things. Okay, that's it. And that's healthier than the Nutella over there. Right? Wait, I haven't finished. Hello. That's the only thing you guys are full of initiative. There are a few lines I like to. One, it says, Hippocrates is the father of modern medicine. Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. What does it tell you? Use food. Okay? It is more important to know what sort of person has the disease than to know what sort of disease the person has. The person himself caused the disease himself. Okay? If you care enough, invite these people to meet us. Those people who have high cholesterol, weight issue, diabetes, hypertension. Invite them to meet your coaches. Okay? I know beside you, you have husbands, you have wives, you have mothers, you have brothers and sisters who have an issue. Okay? Take a small risk. Invite them to see. You say, can't measure, see my coach. Okay? If you're okay with the theory, go ahead and do it, but it's for your health. And now you know that the drug itself is not going to help if your brother or husband or sister outside there is anyhow put in your mouth. It's not going to work, the drug. The doctor can only see the fellow wither away. The doctor cannot do much. If you outside, you anyhow eat. Okay, so down here we have education, we have a system to help you with it. Okay, invite them. If you think wellness is expensive, try illness. When you force it, it's really expensive. Now we are done, you can eat. Yes, you can eat. I baked this bread yesterday night only.
Wow.
And this kind of bread you got to leave for 1 day before you can eat it. Yeah, so it's now 1 day already. Okay, so bon appetit. And see whether somebody want to eat the biscuit, the bread, and have you seen these things or not? This is called psyllium husk. Some of your customers, if they are really want to totally take off sugar or want a better result, take a teaspoon of this, ask them to put inside their trim shake when they drink it. This is a soluble fiber. It will float and hold on to the sugar in your trim shake. So you eat it, drink the trim shake, the sugar doesn't get in. And you can use this to sprinkle on your food. It's called psyllium husk. I'm done. Thank you very much. Later, part 2, I'm going to be sharing the TR90. I'll give you some more details, right? And those people who are eating bread is ignoring me already. Does not matter. Okay, so part 2, I'll see you at 8:15. I'll see you at 15.